And so Limit Breaker quests are back. We spoke about it early today, going on with some of the better characters to use in this particular quest. But since it's now back, let's attempt it for the first time using the best possible team. I am very fortunate enough to have all 3 characters here, and this will allow you to go pretty far if you do have them. So in this case, for slot number 1, of course, we'll bring in YACHIRU Unohana. Really good damage output with a great strong attack kit, extra built-in recharge when I am at full stamina, but most importantly, this game mode allows you to very easily get your max rampage damage output. For those that aren't aware, Unohana gets 2% more damage every kill she gets, and it caps at 100%. Now, in most quests, to be fair, you can easily get that to plus 60%. And in most quests, to be fair, that is overkill. In this case, though, in this quest, you're allowed to easily get to 100%, and the enemies themselves can get quite tanky, so you're able to benefit from this rampage skill. Now, in my case, Unohana is only 1 out of 5, but I definitely will be going for a max translated Unohana in the next couple of so days when an individual does drop. For bonus abilities, we gave full stamina and also weakened defense. These are my accessories, and these are the links that I'm using. When it comes to slot number 2, you want to bring a melee character with the no affiliation killer. And in this case, of course, the best character is going to be 7th Anniversary Uryu, who fortunately for me, I do have max transcended. So he's definitely going to be doing a lot of carrying here, and I'm going to go through his stages in particular quite easy. Now, in this case, this is the build that I'm using. These are the links. And in his case, he has full stamina and also weakened defense. When it comes to the soul bomb that I'm going to use, I'm probably going to use on his stage in particular. And then lastly, for slot number 3, this is kind of the flexible slot. You realistically can bring any heart character you want to. Technically, you don't even have to bring a heart character. There are no rules in this particular stage, besides just poison pools. But we are up against mind total enemies, so in this case, I'm going to be bringing Parasol Bruno, who's really good in this mode, very similar to Uryu. They both have the gauge effect, and that means they're going to get a really high damage output, but their strong attacks are always going to come back a tad bit faster. In his case, these are the accessories that I'm using. These are the links. He's special move level 1 out of 5 with full stamina and also weakened defense. All 3 characters naturally have long stride built into them, and that's why they have weakened defense on. Otherwise, if they didn't, long stride would be a must in my opinion. With that said though, that's the team breakdown, and let's jump into it and see how far we can get in the 5-minute timer that we do have. Alright, so I do want to preface right from the get-go, I haven't actually really attempted this quest all too much. I tried it a few times just to test and run it, for example. But this is, for the most part, going to be a almost blind playthrough. I don't know the best layout, so it's definitely going to be my highest score. I will get higher than this sometime in the future, right, if I attempt this more often than not. Now, in this case, with Unohana, we don't have any... Actually, we do have built-in healing. So we do take hits. We can afford to, you know, get back up to full stamina. SA3 here should clear through this stage. The goal is to see how far we can get in our first attempt, but as we do go by with the weeks, I will definitely re-attempt this quest multiple times and try and get my fastest possible score. Let me use my SA2 there, and then SA3 should go into this stage. That's beautiful. And then let's use our SA1 there, grab that, and that means our SA3 is already back right from the get-go, so when we do actually use Unohana again, the SA3 will be able to go off instantly. This stage does feature the more tanky enemies. Let's go back here. The idea here is that we do want to actually grab the box while using our SA3, and that allows our strong attacks to come back a tad bit faster. As you can see here, all our strong attacks are back thanks to our gauge effect, and luckily we can take advantage of that gauge effect into the next stage. These are the poised enemies. They go down super quick, and now we're already back to repeating the same set of stages, right? So we have the layout down to a T almost. So now it just comes down to, you know, not wasting strong attacks, for example. In this case, we have to wait a few extra seconds because I didn't have a strong attack ready. Maybe I want to prioritize using different attacks in the stage beforehand. Using my SA1 there probably isn't the smartest thing to do. Maybe that stage in particular, I should do SA1 into an SA3. Or SA2 into an SA1 more so. Uryu's AoE though is great. Unfortunately, that enemy dodged, but we go here, use our SA3. That does clear them up, and then we're going into the next stage with the gauge effect full. Let me go here and use my SA1. That does, yeah, wipe up those, and then we get to use our SA3 on those enemies. We actually guarantee to proc weakening because we had the trap. That's a really good example of the trap effects. Those are the really tanky enemies, and we went through that stage super quick. Let's go ahead and use our SA3, and then use our SA2 on these lads. And these are the tanky enemies, the ones with poise, for example. Let's actually just go ahead and use our soul bomb there to apply the weakened defense. Probably shouldn't, to be fair. We have over 2 minutes left. We're going really good in our pace here. But so far, so good, right? Is this a stage 30? Maybe, I don't know. So far for me, on my personal account, the highest I've been in stage 24. I didn't have Quincy Ichigo. That was the main problem last time around. And I actually did pull him 3 times. But that was after he, you know, the Limit Breaker quest was already here. So in that case, that was a bad example of an SA3. Had to use an SA1 to finish up there. Let's go ahead and use our SA3. Completely wipe out that stage. Beautiful. So let's use our SA1 here. Let's use our SA3. Okay, let's use SA3. Probably could have used my SA2, but we'll take it. SA2 for the most part does look like to be able to clean that stage relatively easy. Unfortunately, had, you know, one enemy left. In this case, we have to wait for our strong attacks to come back. I'm gonna... Could have used my SA1, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna use the SA3. Let's use that SA2 here. There we go. That SA2 is good, honestly. Really good AoE to it. Let's use that SA2 there. And then 1, and then finish up with the 3. That's gonna weaken. And then the 1 should be enough. For the most part, it was enough. But those enemies are tanky, but we're doing a lot of damage. I think there, in that case, that just hit 260k. We have a minute left, but we are on stage 26. Right now, our pace is actually really good, especially for the first attempt. This is the time I probably should have used my my soul bomb, I will be honest. But it's fine. We have the gauge effect active. We're doing 100 more damage. We're constantly applying weakening and drain, so we can't afford to get hit here. Ideally, we don't want to. So yeah, this is the stage I probably would want to use my soul bomb. We have 26 seconds left, though. How far can we go? Can we hit stage 30? Probably not. This might be our cap. If we get to the Unohana stage, we might be able to quickly go to the next one. Let's use that SA3 there. It looks like 27 is going to be our highest. Unfortunately, that one mob dodged. No. Let's get into it. Did I count? It counted. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. 28. That's quite high, to be fair. Considering the fact that we're using 2 1 out of 5 characters, I'm actually fairly impressed. Last time, if you had a max transcended team, you were maybe just able to get to stage 25. In this case, we used 2 1 out of 5 characters. Our only max transcended character here being Ouryu. And in this case, we were able to get to stage 27 in our first attempt. If I retry that a few times, I might be able to stretch to 30, but I will say I am going to be summoning on Unohana's individual over the next couple of so days when she does drop on the 12th. And if I do eventually get a 5-5, that might be the push to allow us to get to stage 30. But maybe not, to be fair. Unohana's stages were actually fairly fast. You can see here that stage 1, 4, 7, 10, for example, we were barely in stages longer than 20 seconds. Ouryu stage 26, funny enough, was almost our worst stage, despite us using a max transcended character. So that's definitely something I need to improve on. Again, using my soul bomb in that stage might be the go-to instead. And maybe I used my soul bomb a tad bit too early. And then our flexible slot with Bruno. For the most part, once more stages were looking quite good. Stage 27 being our slowest. But 25 seconds is still good, to be fair. And in that case, we did get 27 stages. And look at that rainbow badge. It looks absolutely beautiful. Of course, with that, we have now completed all the orders. In just one attempt, you'll love to see it. So claim all that. That's 500,000 transcendence points and also 50 orbs. We'll take it. Very easily achievable. And now, if I was only playing this mode for the rewards, I'm done. But I'm probably going to be sweating this mode more so than not because I do want to try and get to stage 30. I like challenging myself, trying to go for the highest possible stage. And I think stage 30 with this team is definitely possible. Especially once more if I get dibs with Unohana. With that said, though, that's a quick run using the best team in this particular quest. In the comments below, let me know how far you lads got and what team did you use. I'm curious to know, and I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.